All right. Hold on. Okay. I think we're here. Okay. It's live. Hi, y'all. Thanks for your patience. I'm not sure what was going on with this, but it kept saying that we couldn't start the broadcast, and I don't know. So we're here. Hi, I'm Vicki Drobness. I'm a Ruby ambassador with Plexus Worldwide, and we seem to be flipping back and forth between me and Krista. And so welcome to Health and Happiness in a Half Hour. We're going to attempt to go ahead and do our night. If not, if we keep having this problem flipping back and forth, we may restart and come back in just a little bit. But we will be here. So thank you all for your patience. Technical difficulties. We're here tonight to talk about doing Plexus with friends, because that had one of the unexpected blessings of, because we figured, okay, well, we'll have a business and we'll, but the friendships that we've made and the way that we've been able to support each other are just totally different than what we ever thought they would be. So I'm going to turn it over to my friend Krista, and hopefully she won't be bouncing back and forth between us. Let me meet her there. So Krista, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
You're not hearing me?
I hear you. Are you?
I can. Okay. All right. So I'm going to turn it over to you. Right ahead.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry, guys. We have this weird delay thing going on, and anyway, it's been an interesting night for technology.
You.
What's that? Oh, see, we're delayed again. We've got a delay going on. Anyway, I'll just go ahead and start talking. So, basically, a couple quick stories about being in Plexus with friends. First of all, I'll just tell you a little story about where I was at before Plexus came along. I was, my husband is my best friend, and he loves that, and and I love that. But sometimes we just need girlfriends, and I've been kind of looking for my people. And my husband once, I just would love to have some girlfriends that I'm just like, we can just go have coffee together and just just hang out. Just if we just have the urge to be like, hey, do you want to go have some coffee? You want to go hang out? You want to go take the kids and do something? And I just wasn't finding, I'd have a good friend here and there, and they'd move away a lot. I was starting to think it was me. But anyway, so that's kind of what I was hoping for. My husband would tell me, but I'm your best friend, and he is, but I just wanted a girlfriend. Anyway, so Vicki and I knew each other through Facebook, and she was a big help to me and a good friend to me through some fitness training and things like that. But we still didn't really know each other super well. We knew each other pretty well. But then she introduced me to Plexus, and we got to be like best buds. I mean, it was like, oh, this is great. The sad part is hard for me. So thanks to technology, we can communicate, we can be buds, but I still don't have, these real close nearby friends. So when I joined Plexus about a month later, I started building my team. There were 3 gals that joined me that month. Was in October of 2014. And they are still with me to this day. We lovingly call them the Plexus Musketeers because they are the 3 Musketeers, all for one and one for all. And I knew each of them, some better than others. Some I didn't know very well at all. But again, because of Plexus, we really got very close, and we live close to each other enough that we can go have coffee and do those things. And my goodness, I found my people. I finally have these girlfriends that I can call up, go have coffee. So we get to be besties. So one more person before I go on to a story about those three musketeers. Technology, there's no bounds on where I develop my friendships, really, thanks to the internet. So I get to be buddies with Vicki. I know that I can call on her anytime, not just for help with Plexus, but just anything. And then there are some other gals, and one that pops into my mind, and there's more than one, but one that pops into my mind is my friend Rebecca, who might be on here watching. I met her on Facebook, and we hit it off. We had a lot in common. She joined my Plexus team, but she lives in a whole different state also. Got to be such good friends because of this common thing. And we got to meet finally in Vegas for the first time, just in June. So that was so much fun. And now we're even closer. And so anyway, so you can get to be besties with people all over the world. So these three musketeers I was talking about. Last October, my dad was in a very bad place medically, and I had to take him in for emergency surgery and help him after his surgery, stay with him. So I was with him for about a month. At that same time, I was dealing with, I brought my kids with me to take care of my dad. So I had a sick child. I had a child with ringworm. I had my dad recovering from surgery. I had, my husband was back home and the tree fell down and took our power line down. And so, I mean, it was just like really, really, and I was able to reach out during this time to Plexus team members that not only were in our team, but are what we call sidelines all across Plexus, and just be like, would you all pray right now? I'm losing my mind. And they were right there praying for me. There were several that I private messaged during that time and was just like, I just really need your support. I need your prayers during this time. And they were right there praying for me. Well, these musketeers, two of the three musketeers were able to sneak away for a day, drive 2 hours to where I was, and just take me out for the day. We went out to lunch. We went shopping. It was wonderful just to get that time to go kind of de-stress for a little while. That's something that I did not have before. I can't even explain to you how much that touched me. That I have these sisters that come together. We can pray with each other, cry with each other, laugh with each other. It's just amazing that kind of closeness. One of those musketeers picked me up on the freeway one night at 11 o'clock at night, towed my car back for me. And I know she and her husband didn't get back to bed till about 1 in the morning because of that. I mean, who does that? I'm sorry, I just got a call. I hope I'm back. So anyway, I got a chance to return that favor just this week. One of our musketeers needed some TLC and needed some support. And so the other gals here, we drove 2 hours to go meet up with her. And we went grocery shopping together. I mean, you know, that's takes a good friend to go grocery shopping. But we went to lunch and we just hung out. It was just a blessing to just get together and just support each other and just be there for each other. And again, more praying and laughing and crying together. And so so that's part of, I mean, that's just like the tip of the iceberg of the things that we get to experience. Some of these ladies I have still not met, but they're still some of my closest friends because of how we connect online. And the very end, my husband is sneaking around right over here. The very end of what I wanted to be sure and say is, yes, he's still my very best bestie. And thanks to Plexus, you get to work with your spouse if you so choose. And so even though I've got all these wonderful girlfriends now and I have found my people, and he has to deal with me hopping on my phone and you know, messaging all the time because I found my people. But he is my ultimate bestie, and I get to work with him in Plexus and work alongside him. And so that's one of the other perks that Plexus gives us that I haven't really seen in a lot of other companies. So anyway, that's the short version. I'm so blessed, Vicki, that you reached out to me, that our friendship has gotten to grow for almost 3 years now. because I think you're having your 3rd anniversary this month, or was it last month? It was last month, and my 3rd anniversary is coming up in August, and it was actually 3 years ago in this month of July that you introduced Plexus to me, and so we got to meet face to face for the first time in Phoenix, and it's just been awesome ever since. So anyway, that's my story.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that, and I'm so glad that we were able to become Plexus besties, and it's even gotten spin. It's that's the beauty of it. And there's just so many friends, like Krista said, that I had of I didn't have a whole lot of close friends either. I had a few, but I had some probably about 5 years ago. I said, you know, I would just really love to connect, value, you know, natural sources of healing, because I was looked at as the oddball. Who I was health food before health food was cool, and to get a chance to do understood me, and with Plexus I do. And people who, what I know about health for the years, and being able to share that, and it's just been fun, and that prayer has been answered. Really did not expect it to be answering company. That was not anywhere on that, but it's been the biggest blessing, and what it's done for my health is, and I've shared that. And if you haven't heard my, let me know, and I will share another video that where I have put that in there. So because we're having such interesting technical difficulties, we were supposed to have 2 other people pop on tonight, Bethlen Howard and Deb Garrettson, and they were not able to, so I'm going to get them. I think I'll ask them to just do a added in here so we can hear their stories too. But well, and again, people I would not have met except through Plexus, and they've just ended up being just great people to work with. So before I leave tonight, if this is something that sounds like you are looking for your tribe of people that are wanting to help people be healthier, have fun doing it, and to be able to make money and also save money with working with products that have been proven scientifically to work, then it makes sense to get started with Plexus. Talk to the ambassador who invited you to watch this video or tune in tonight live, so that you can talk with them. And they are offering little special incentives. Everybody is right now. We're in the midst of a contest to go to Leaders Retreat, which will be in Orlando this year, and this will be my 4th one to go to. So I think it's just so much fun to do. We had a great time each of the years, and this is going back to where so if this is something that interests you, if sounds like something you'd like to do, talk with him about. Invited you to tune in, and if by just video and you haven't been talking with an ambassador, help you and get you started with Plexus. With both the company and the products are just amazing. And I did a little post in the group today about just kind of a little summary, and it's of what our products can do. So thank you for tuning in tonight. We told you to keep it under a half an hour, so we are. And if you have any questions, please feel free to comment underneath this post so that we can help you get those answered. Thank you for tuning in, and good night. Thank you, Krista.